Top 10 Pros and Cons of the Infinite Banking Concept. How to become your own banker with life insurance. In the following article, we will cover the pros and cons of the infinite banking concept registered trademark. While there are many pros to infinite banking, there are some cons that also need to be considered. And while we are advocates of this concept, it is not for everyone or every situation. At Insurance and Estates, we love infinite banking. It is an awesome strategy that allows for maximization of your cash and assets. We have written extensively on this subject. You can click the category Infinite Banking Concept to see more of our articles on this topic. Infinite banking has taken on a lot of other names, such as Family Banking Concept, Bank on Yourself, Perpetual Wealth Strategy, Becoming Your Own Bank, Circle of Wealth and Perpetual Wealth System, among many others. What is it that all these different people discovered that has them spending their entire professional life focused on? That is what we hope to lay out for you today in our article covering the infinite banking concept pros and cons. Infinite banking concept pros and cons. Pros. Non-correlated asset. Improves cash flow and liquidity. Leverage. Personal family financing. Equity storehouse. Tax-deferred growth. Tax-free loans. Guarantees. Private. Creditor protection. Cons. Cost prohibitive. Requires discipline. Must qualify. Not diversified. Infinite banking concept pros. The misinformation surrounding infinite banking is legion. Many people wonder if infinite banking is a scam. The short answer is no, it is not a scam. Rather, it is an idea. All too often we see people confuse infinite banking with life insurance, specifically dividend-paying whole life insurance. However, infinite banking is not a product, but a concept that uses life insurance. But IT is not life insurance. This is an important distinction and why so many critiques of the concept are so off base. Most critiques will claim they are critiquing infinite banking, but will actually be critiquing whole life insurance. What is wrong with that? You see, the main issue with lumping infinite banking into whole life insurance is that the person writing the article incorrectly attacks whole life, such as addressing the low guaranteed returns of whole life and how it fails to compete with buy term and invest the difference. But what the article always fails to address is the actual concept of infinite banking and how, when done correctly, it can create a climate of unparalleled financial wealth building due to the nature of the concept. Key point. When considering infinite banking, whole life insurance just happens to be the best vehicle to practice the concept, but infinite banking is not whole life. We will go deeper with this distinction below, but for now, just know that there are many pros of infinite banking when used in conjunction with a properly funded life insurance policy. Although not exhaustive, our pros and cons list below will cover some of the major benefits to IBC and hopefully provide our readers with some delectable food for thought. So, let's get on with the pros. Non-correlated asset cannot stress enough the importance of having your money stored in a safe environment, free from the ups and downs of the stock or housing market. Whole life insurance is an asset that is not correlated to the stock or housing market. What does non-correlated mean? In a world obsessed with the stock market, it is important to have assets that are non-correlated, that is not tied directly to the stock market, that do not move in lockstep with the fluctuations of the market. Whole life insurance is not tied to the stock market. And with its guaranteed cash value growth year over year, it provides an excellent safe bucket of assets that can help insulate you from the ebbs and flows of the stock market. And consider this, we are in the midst of one of the biggest bull markets in history. One day it will come to an end. The past 2 stock market crashes led to at least 50% losses. Whole life insurance is a great way to create some stability in an otherwise unstable world. In addition, if you are looking to truly diversify into different asset classes, a participating whole life policy is a great option. Improves cash flow and liquidity. When you engage in the strategic use of whole life insurance, applying the infinite banking concept improves your cash flow and liquidity. Consider this fantastic infinite banking example. If you have equity in real estate, how liquid is that equity? The answer is, not that much. If you want to gain access to the equity in your home or investment real estate, you have to sell the property, qualify for a HELOC or cash outlay fee. Rather, if your equity is in your life insurance policy, apart from all the advantages listed below, you have unhindered access to your policy's cash value. To access your cash value, all you need to do is call your insurance company and ask for a check to be issued. You can usually receive a check within just a few days. No qualification, no evaluation, no hassle. In addition, consider this. If you had a $500,000 home with 100% equity, most people would tell you, "Great job, you are debt-free." However, what if you owed $500,000 on that same property? But you also had $500,000 in a bank account? Would you still be debt-free? In reality, you would have a $500,000 debt, but you would also have $500,000 liquid cash available for you whenever you needed it. Your balance sheet would reflect zero overall debt. However, if all that equity was in your home and trouble hit, how difficult would it be to take all or even some of that equity out? Personal family financing. Another pro of IBC is that you are in control of your own personal or family financing company. In a very real sense, you are being your own banker. Becoming your own banker means you can loan money out to your own company, charge your company interest, then your company pays you for the use of your money. Your company can write off the interest. You recoup the interest, which you use to pay back your policy loan, and you then repeat the process ad infinitum. Each time you loan your money out to either yourself, your family, your business, or whoever, you are charging interest. As you recoup the money with interest, you are adding more money into your bank than you started with. The result is that over your lifetime you have amassed wealth beyond what you ever believed was possible. Equity storehouse. When you employ an infinite banking strategy, you are placing your equity into a tax-advantaged storehouse for later use. The cash in your storehouse is growing due to true compound interest. It is true compound interest because you are never touching your actual principal, but instead are borrowing from the carrier's general fund. That way your money in your policy is continually compounding, even while you are paying simple interest on a policy loan, which currently can be variable or fixed. You are allowed to continually add to your policy in addition to your normal premium through vehicles known as life insurance supplement riders, additional life insurance riders, or paid-up additions. Paid-up additions allow you to take cash profits from your various assets, reinvest that cash into your bank, and convert those cash profits into tax-free dollars via policy loans to use for additional cash flow asset purchases, large ticket purchases, vehicles, office equipment, retirement income, etc. Leverage. The life insurance death benefit is not the main focus when implementing the concept of infinite banking, but it does provide a leveraged payout in the early years should you die prematurely. Having a lump sum death benefit provides peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are taken care of if you die young. For those that choose to fund a 401k plan or IRA, there is no death benefit. A beneficiary family gets the proceeds from the 401k or IRA as is, minus any income tax owed, which is taxed as ordinary income. In contrast, with life insurance, the death benefit is tax-free. As an example, an individual may elect to pay $1,000 a month in premium toward an IBC policy. At the end of year one, they would have nearly $10,000 in cash value available. In addition, that money is growing tax-free and the owner is insured for $250,000 or more. So the death benefit is there from day one, which is huge financial leverage dollar for dollar when you consider you only put a fraction of money into the policy. Your IRA or 401k death benefit would be zero because IRAs and 401ks have no death benefits. Please note, you can also add a term life insurance rider to your IBC policy in the early years to get additional death benefit protection for your family. Adding a term insurance rider is a great strategy to build cash value quickly, while also having a larger initial death benefit. When employing the infinite banking strategy, our goal is to build high cash value ASAP. Tax-advantaged policy growth. Your policy's cash value accumulates tax-free. And you can completely avoid ever paying taxes on your policy gains by choosing to take out life insurance loans. Taxes are the #1 killer of wealth and your #1 expense. A properly structured cash value policy designed for infinite banking can help you avoid taxes altogether versus having your money grow tax deferred in an IRA or 401k, only to be at the mercy of the government when it comes time to take your money out. How does your policy grow? One way your policy grows is through the use of life insurance dividends. Life insurance dividends can be used for many different things, but ideally, you want to use the dividends to purchase additional paid-up life insurance. As you do this, your policy's cash value will continue to grow exponentially, as well as your death benefit. Over time, thanks to an increasing death benefit, your policy's value will increase as you age. Tax-free loans. Life insurance policy loans are not taxable. You are using money that has grown at around a guaranteed rate of 3.5-4% a year, plus dividends that add another potential 2-3% a year. That is a potential 5-6% yield that compounds year after year that you can use tax-free via loans. Note, potential returns vary, but when interest rates rise, your whole life returns will most likely increase as well. At one time, dividends from whole life companies were double digits. And if you are not being taxed on your gains, it is similar to earning another 2-3% interest, depending on the tax bracket you fall into. On a side note, consider that normal stock market returns are taxed around 20% or more. That means if you earn $10,000, you will pay around $2,000 in taxes that year. If you earn $10,000 in your policy, you will pay 0 taxes, even though you have access to that money via collaterally assigned policy loans. Think about what the long-term implications of not being taxed on your entire cash value accumulation will be. It is truly amazing compound interest growth over the long haul, and why whole life is the best vehicle to use when practicing infinite banking. Guarantees. Now we just mentioned above one reason whole life is the best vehicle for infinite banking. In addition, a properly structured participating whole life policy provides a few incredible guarantees. Whole life insurance guarantees. Guaranteed cash value accumulation. Guaranteed death benefit. Guaranteed fixed premiums. Guaranteed compounding interest rate growth. Along with the above guarantees, you can also earn dividends. Although dividends are not guaranteed, the companies we recommend have paid dividends for the last 100 years. And in many cases much longer. That includes paying dividends through the years of the Great Depression and the Great Recession. Private. For many asset classes, the public can simply do a search and find out what you are up to. For example, running a credit report or title search will tell you a great deal about an individual's financial holdings. However, with life insurance, your policy's information is private. Your life insurance holdings does not show up on any reports or searches. Further, when you take out a policy loan for infinite banking, your loan does not show up on a credit report, which comes in handy when you are applying for financing. Creditor protection for cash value life insurance. There are many states that provide creditor protection for life insurance. So, if you are faced with some financial strife, your cash value may be sheltered from creditors. Additionally, if you are sued, your money in your policy may be protected from a judgment. Check with your particular state for more. Infinite banking concept cons. As you can see above, the advantages of implementing an infinite banking strategy using whole life insurance are many. However, there are a few disadvantages as well that need to be addressed when considering if this is the right path for you. Cost prohibitive. For many people on a shoestring budget, the infinite banking concept can be cost prohibitive. Although there is no set minimum monthly payment, in order to truly follow this concept and see its fruit, you would need to try and put around 10% of your income into your policy, or at least $500 a month. For many people who are just getting by, this can be prohibitive, and it precludes many from ever attempting this awesome strategy. The good news is there is often places where you can find additional money that is slipping through the cracks. Our team of pros can help you shore up your finances and discover money you never knew you had. Infinite banking quotes. State. health class, birth date, gender, male, female, smoker, tobacco, yes, no, type of insurance, face amount, your name, phone number, email address. Rates displayed on the next screen are updated and accurate. Final rates are based on eligibility. By pressing the Display Quotes button, you agree to use Insurance C&E States privacy policy. Insurance C&E States may contact you at the number you entered on this webpage using our automatic dialing system to market our life insurance products. Alternatively, you can contact us at 877-787-7558. Requires discipline. The infinite banking concept is not for the faint of heart. You have to be disciplined and have a strong inner conviction that you want to see this through to the end. As Nelson Nash would say, you have to be an honest banker. An honest banker? The most powerful aspect of infinite banking is the long-term growth that is fueled by borrowing against your policy and paying it back. If you don't pay back your policy, you will slow the growth and ultimately miss out on maximizing your policy to pass on as a legacy. Like many things in life, the best things come at a price. With infinite banking, the price is a disciplined approach to your finances. The rewards will be amazing, but you must be willing to walk the road less traveled. Must qualify. As with any life insurance policy, you must qualify for an infinite banking policy. The good news is that whole life insurance may actually be easier to qualify for than term life. This is another reason, when comparing whole life versus term life insurance, we often favor whole life or infinite banking. There are some keys to life insurance underwriting you should know. When applying for life insurance with health issues, it pays to have options and choose a company that you are more likely to be approved with. Not diversified. Another con you will find associated with infinite banking is that when you practice personal financing using your life insurance, you are putting all your eggs into one basket. Since all your money is only in your life insurance asset, you are breaking one of the main tenets proposed by financial gurus who tell us to diversify, diversify, diversify. Well, as advocates of infinite banking, you can safely assume we do not follow the current trends pushed by so-called financial experts. The idea that you have to diversify assumes that the market may move against one of your positions, so being diversified acts as a hedge against market volatility. What really occurs with diversification is the owner of the account entrusts his portfolio to an advisor who takes into account the owner's risk tolerance and creates a portfolio to match. With a properly structured dividend-paying whole life policy designed for infinite banking, you don't have to worry about market volatility. As we mentioned above, whole life insurance is a non-correlated asset. Further, it offers guarantees and is backed by some of the most financially sound companies in the world. So since you don't have to worry about volatility, you also don't have to concern yourself with diversification. There are two reasons I say this. Reason 1, with an infinite banking policy you have certain guarantees, such as guaranteed cash value growth, guaranteed death benefit, and guaranteed fixed premiums.
Reason 1, with an infinite banking policy you have certain guarantees such as guaranteed cash value growth, guaranteed death benefit, and guaranteed fixed premiums. It is this certainty that removes the need for diversity in your portfolio. Reason 2, if you are practicing infinite banking, you are using your whole life insurance as an asset to borrow against for the purchase of other assets. As you are doing this, you are engaging in diversification by purchasing cash flowing assets. So the bottom line is this: by implementing infinite banking into your wealth building strategy, you will automatically diversify in order to maximize your policy, your wealth, and your legacy. IBC Pros and Cons Conclusion. Thank you for reading our article covering the infinite banking concept, pros and cons. Hopefully, we gave you a lot to mull over in your mind. In truth, this concept is not easy to grasp because it requires a paradigm shift in the way you view money. However, for those who stick with it, the rewards are nothing short of life-changing. The real trick is finding someone who will be willing to look at your financial situation with you and honestly tell you whether the concept of being your own banker makes sense for you. The good news is that's pretty much what we do all day here at INE, so if you're interested in finding out how you can use life insurance as your own banking system, we're here to help. Give the team at RickyBobbyUSA.com a call, FaceTime, or text 386-868-6311 today for a complimentary consultation and see what we can do for you.
If you're not first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last.
can make